All right, we're back. Episode 4, Rank and Debate. Today we have the NFL jerseys that we like the most. Top 5 again. I like the top fives. Some of them it's nice to have the full top 10, but I think top fives are nice, just like quick hit and there we go.
I agree. It's fun.
All right,
And to clarify, is this current or are we like this all time that we're doing?
this is current
Okay.
NFL jerseys. Stuff that's, it if it was like, they wore it 2 or 3 years ago, then we're not going to be like, oh, you can't have that on the list because it is hard to kind of keep track sometimes. But for the most part, as current as we can get, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
You want to start us off with your number 5?
I would love
How's the
to.
confidence going into this? We're coming off of
Um,
one where you were pretty expert opinion almost on the all-time QBs.
I think so. I think so. Confidence is not very high.
A
Confidence
little
is low.
different. A little
I can't
different
lie to
here.
you. I definitely like all these jerseys, but I could feel completely different tomorrow. I know number one is locked in.
Yeah.
After that, it's just a guessing game at this point. So
I think what we found here is something that I have very strong opinions on, uniforms, something you have very strong opinions on, NFL, and we have mashed them together and found something that neither one of us can be confident in.
which I love. I love it because I love me some good jerseys. I'm always thinking about
Yeah,
the jerseys when I'm watching, but it was harder than I expected to choose a top five.
yeah, me
Two
too.
through five is difficult, but
Yep.
I think it's okay.
All right,
So
go ahead and start us off.
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. We got the classic Patriots jerseys. Have to throw them in there.
All right, I thought this would be
Absolutely
in there.
love these. A slight side note: I think the old renditions of the classics that they've worn before, so like 2010 or something, they wore these slightly better because the pants. If you can see the red line on the pants, they had it was like
Hmm.
a blue line with then red lines on either side. I thought it was a little better, but this is current, and this is the jersey that. Oh my goodness, seeing them play the Lions the other day in these jerseys, it was just beautiful. Um, if I wasn't a Patriots fan, is this making my top five? Maybe, but maybe not. I don't really know. It's tough. But I just think something about the red with like the blue accents and then the white is so clean. The white helmet with the white face mask and the white pants, I just really, really like. Um, the classic logo just hits different. I definitely would not want the Patriots to bring that logo back full time, but just kind of seeing it here and there is something I love about it. And just watching on Sunday, it was just they just looked real good. I loved it. So these are sneaking in at the 5 spot. It was tough, but I kind of felt like I had to put them in, and so that's where they jump in at.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you think if they were wearing that as their primary jersey, we would like them as much? Because I don't think I would. I think the red, I think it's a perfect like 1 or 2 week thing to kind of, you know, get away from the navy and white.
I agree. I agree. I think like I don't want them to make it their home jersey again. Like I
Hmm.
don't want them to go back to the full red. I like it being a special thing you throw in here and there.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember this, but the Giants used to have a red jersey they would
yeah,
wear,
yeah.
and
That
it
was
was like
awesome too.
they were always straight navy blue with like the little red accent, and then
Hmm.
the solid red jersey. Always loved it for them. But it's the
Yeah, it
same
always
thing. Like the
pops.
Giants can't wear a red jersey as their primary,
Totally.
but so as an alternate, I think it fits perfectly.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think it also works a little bit better now because the regular home and away have the same shoulder pattern, so it looks like
Yes,
it
yeah,
fits
it
more.
fits right.
So small thing, but I also agree with the pants. The old pants that matched the helmet stripe definitely was a better look. That's weird. I wonder why they got rid of that.
Yeah, I don't
That's a
know why
weird
that
thing to
is.
change.
I don't know,
All right,
but
solid number 5. I knew that was going to be on your list for sure,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
honestly it came close to sneaking onto mine too. That was at first I quickly wrote it off because I was like, yeah, it's a fine jersey, but it's nothing special. And then as I was making them, I was like, it's a little bit closer.
It is. It is. And
Um,
like the fact that they just wore them a couple
yeah,
days ago, certainly like you got that experience of like, oh shoot, look at these
true,
bad boys.
true. You get to see them
So,
in game. Seeing it in game is always
oh yeah,
the
yeah.
best metric. All
But
right, my 5 is I can't explain what I really like about them. but it's the royal blue Chargers.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think this is similar to what you were saying, what we were saying with the Patriots is it's kind of a weird color for them. And I think because they only wear it very infrequently, it just kind of stands out. And
Yeah.
something about that, I just really like that tone of blue, I think. Maybe that's part of it. And I think also part of it is when they kind of rebranded and went away from the navy full time and switched to their current color scheme.
Yeah.
This was like a new kind of color that they threw in there, and I like it. I think the Chargers as a whole have the best set because I think all their options are solid at least, whereas other teams have some great jerseys and some not so great ones. But these just kind of stand out to me for some reason, and I like them. So I had to give them a little shout out on this list.
I like that.
I would maybe change it, later if other jerseys are there that could compete with this, but I think it's worth shouting them out a little bit.
All right, I respect it. I love the jersey. The Chargers jersey collection. Yeah. It's really solid, and teams are rebranding. They have so many different combos now. Right, where the Chargers have 7 different jersey combos that they'll wear throughout the year.
It's simple too. All their jerseys are simple. They got the simple lightning bolt logo.
Right.
It's not too cluttered, but
it's good. Yeah. I like that. That's a good choice.
That it's simple. I like that it's simple, blue and yellow, and it kind of just all. I feel like those are very complementary colors, so they go 100%. Together nicely.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. Well, it's a good choice.
All right, let's hear your 4.
Yeah, my number 4, and this is the one I was debating about. I was telling you, do I do their alternate home or their regular home? Went with the alternate.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
So I love, it's probably a while ago now, they changed to that solid, just the teal and white. And I really, really like the teal color. I love their jerseys. And some of this jersey, it brings in that teal, but the orange accent throughout is what really I love the way it goes together. I love the sleeves, the orange on the sleeves, the outline, the orange stripe on the helmet. Their normal jerseys, they really don't have any orange. It's just that teal and white, which I think that looks great too. But the orange, to me, it just sets it over the top. So I think this is just a really fire alternate home jersey to bring in there. Unfortunate that I had to bring in a picture that is from them beating the Patriots. I don't like that, but it was the best picture of the jerseys. And there's just some, me, a light blue, a teal, turquoise, those colors, I love those. And so had to throw them in there for me personally.
David, let me tell you something. These are my number 4 as well.
Oh, come on now.
Let's go. Exact match.
Look at us.
2 weeks in a row. Exact match. And let me tell you something. I'm happy that you went with the alternate here because I agree the color scheme is good. It's a unique color scheme. That's another great thing. I love when a team has something completely different that other teams don't have. But what makes these better than the home, in my opinion, is watching it on TV. It's those 5 stripes right there on the sleeve. Something about it on TV, and I think the helmet too, the stripe pattern on the helmet, something about it on TV just pops. It looks so good. It's a classic vintage look, but it also doesn't look like a team from the 1930s is playing. It just looks clean and crisp, I think.
100%. I couldn't agree more. I mean, I'm right there with you. That's a good choice you got.
And I had to check too. I was looking off screen a second because I was like, those are on my list somewhere. Where are they? And then I saw there were 4. And can't write it better than that. Come on.
We're good at this. We're good at what we do.
I know. And I also think for some reason, it's also a nice thing about the Dolphins is their jerseys fit them. When you think of it's good colors for Miami. It looks good in their stadium too for some reason. So
it just works.
Really nothing wrong with these jerseys. Yeah.
But the jerseys are fantastic.
Yeah. Really nothing wrong with them. Could easily be higher on some people's lists.
100%. They nailed that. So
we got the same number 4. Nice.
Could this be?
Did we have the same 4 last time too?
No,
was it number 4?
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
It was Peyton Manning.
Dead air.
Did you have Peyton Manning
Right.
4?
I think I may have. Anyway, we got
We'll go
back
back.
to back.
We had the same.
spot on matches.
We had a movie. We had a movie that was the same.
Oh,
5,
did we?
right? Yeah.
We may have. We
We gotta go back and
We gotta go back and watch it.
go back and see. But we definitely had one that was the same. No. The sports event. I don't remember.
All right. Let's move
We
on.
have one that was the same. This is getting bad. This is getting tough.
Let's move on.
All
Let's
right.
move on.
All right. Number 3. The 49ers home and this slight variation of their home, right? So the white pants isn't normal. I think the sleeves again are not normal for them.
Yep, it's a little throwback, I think.
They wore them just the other day,
Mhm.
a couple weeks ago on Monday night. It's weird because in my head, the gold pants matching the gold helmet would be better. But like, I don't know, I can't explain it. But looking at these, I just really like them. I think they're clean. I love the gold helmets, that red and white. The 49ers, there's something historic about the team, something historic about just these jerseys. And again, the sort of the stripes on the sleeve, they're just something that does it for me that I really like. Like seeing these on TV, seeing them playing, I like this alternate a little better than their home. But they have a really great jersey set in general, really classic jersey set. And something like this is another one that I was watching on TV the other day. I was like, man, I really like these jerseys. Like these alternates, I really, really love.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. They almost made my list. They were one of the first ones when we thought of this topic that I thought of because, like you said, on TV, they just look so good for some reason.
Yeah.
And I totally get what you're saying. The gold helmet and the gold pants would make more sense. But for some reason, maybe it's because they always wear the gold pants and the white is such a different thing, but the white looks so good for some reason. And the 3 lines, the 3 white lines on the side look better than whatever they normally wear on the, for some reason in my head, I can't really picture the regular home compared to that one. Maybe it's just because they're so similar, but totally agree with you. It's a good set in general, but I think this is their best jersey.
Yeah, 100%. So
and they also, do you remember their color rush a long time ago? The black with the red letters.
Yes.
Those were awesome too.
Those are
one of the
real
best
good.
ones.
Yes.
But unfortunately not really eligible because they haven't worn those in forever.
Yeah. The color rush jerseys were fun. Some were a little tough, but there were a lot that I really liked.
Yeah, it was a fun promo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with a throwback as well. Now, these are one that this team has not worn them in a little while, but I believe they are making a comeback this season. So I included them on the list. With the new alternate helmet rules, it's the Falcons throwback.
Ooh.
Now, these are ones where whenever I would play the Falcons or play as the Falcons in Madden, this was always the uniform that I threw on them. The red helmet is something about it with the black jersey and the white pants. The red helmet really, really pops, I think. And I love this logo as well. When they bring out this old school logo and throw it on the helmet, I just think it's a great uniform altogether. It looks super classic. It honestly just looks like a football uniform, the black and the red, the toughness. I think it's easily their best uniform, especially now that they've gone through like the weird rebranding with kind of the really modern uniforms, and some of that weird like gradient one that they have. I think this is easily their best uniform.
Okay. Wasn't expecting it, but that's a good one. The Falcons, there's some classic, the red helmet there.
Yeah.
It just looks real good.
Yeah.
Like that helmet with the black, the way they complement each other, I really like. So I respect that choice.
Awesome. And I think it's something to do with like the red helmet, black jersey, white pants. That specific combo for some reason, I think works. I think if it was red jersey, black helmet, white pants, it would probably be fine, but it doesn't stand out as well as this specific combination for some reason.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. I like it.
All
right. My number 2, this is where you're really starting to see, you're going to see a pattern with just the colors that I like. Because this one, as I thought about it, I love this jersey too much to not throw it in there. It's nothing crazy. It's simple, but it's the Panthers blue with the white pants.
All right.
They've worn the black pants before, and I kind of was debating. and they've also worn it with blue pants as a color rush, but I like this the best.
Mm-hmm.
I really love just the blue jersey with that silver helmet, the helmet with mostly black and a little bit of the light blue accent is really clean. But the white pants with that solid blue stripe down the side and then into the blue socks with the white cleats here too. It's just the combo all the way through. I love, like, light blue is my favorite color. You know it there. Manchester City is my favorite soccer team, and it's only because when I was 10, they had blue jerseys. And these jerseys do it for me as well. They're just so clean. And
Solid choice.
They're just like everything that, personally, the colors I like, it's everything I'd want in a jersey. It's so good.
Yeah, not bad choice. I definitely think you went with the right choice with the white pants.
I think so.
I think the black looks okay,
Yeah,
but there's something a little,
I agree. I feel the same way.
I don't know.
I feel the same way.
What do the Panthers have a black helmet now? Are they one of those teams that added a new
I think they
alternate
did.
or something? I wonder
think
how
they
that would
did.
look with that whole uniform, because I could see that being decent as well. But I think the silver probably is the best bet with that specific set.
Yeah.
Man, I was fully prepared to come in here and be like, have you throw up some uniforms and be like, oh, I don't like that
Come
one.
on out, yeah.
But we're
This is
doing all
respect.
right so
It's
far. Yeah.
respect. Yeah.
All right. Now, my next one, I had it at number 5 earlier in the week,
Okay.
and it's worked its way up. It's just the classic Chiefs home
Ooh,
jersey.
Interesting.
I don't really know why. I think there's just something so traditional about this uniform. And it's one of those where I could see them changing it, but I don't think they really need to. It's almost a timeless uniform, I think.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unique color scheme. The red and the yellow. You don't see a lot of teams go red and yellow.
Right.
So, I mean, thinking of it, I have a hard time thinking of other teams in professional sports. Only the Calgary Flames are really coming to mind right away. And I also do like their uniforms. But
Yeah.
especially, I picked this picture for a reason as well, especially when they pulled these things out for the Super Bowl and you had the Super Bowl patch on there. It was kind of an old school matchup. I don't remember if these were did they wear red against the Niners or was red against the Bucks? Do you know?
I think it was against the Niners.
I do too, because that was, I mean,
think it
Chiefs
was-
and Niners was, for my money, one of the best uniform matchups in a Super Bowl recently. Like,
Yeah.
it was just two super classic uniforms going head to head.
Mhm.
And I think everything comes together so nicely, especially with this little weird AFL patch thing. I mean, I don't know why they're the only team that wears that,
Yeah, I don't know.
but when you have the Super Bowl patch on one side, the AFL patch on the other side, it's just a classic striping pattern. I just think these uniforms are so crisp and so clean again.
I'll be honest, I looked at the Chiefs when I was thinking about this list. I didn't give like serious consideration, but I looked at them. They're definitely really solid jerseys. I have the fact they are my least favorite team in sports by a lot. That kind of affects the way I can view anything that they have or do. But there is something classic and timeless about them for sure. And like Arrowhead Stadium, which it's not called Arrowhead Stadium anymore, I don't think. But
Oh, really?
yeah, they changed the name. But like that stadium is probably the best in the NFL as far as like that crowd is just iconic and tough to play in with those jerseys. They have a lot going for them without a doubt.
Yeah.
So I get that.
I think part of it might be also just I think their home and away together is a great look. So they might get some points there.
Yeah.
I just think there's something so fundamental about their jerseys where it's, they had 2 jerseys, you know what you're going to get with the Chiefs. And they don't mess around really. They're not messing around with funky alternates and stuff. They're just rolling out there in their home reds and their away whites, and here they come.
Hey, we appreciate people that just don't need to go crazy with the alternates, that just rock their classic historic jerseys. So I love it.
All right. Give
I
us
hate, I hate
your
it. I hate it, but I love it. All right.
give us your number one, and
All right. Number
we
one.
might be match here again, I think.
Number one, and it's not even close. This has been the best jersey for a long time in the NFL, and they made it their official home a few years ago. It's the Chargers powder blue.
Yep.
There's this is the best jersey in football.
Yep.
In my opinion, it's the best jersey in sports. It's so good.
Whoa,
It
okay.
is so
Hot
good.
take. That is a
I
hot
don't
take.
even care. I don't even care. I'm
right.
making it. The best decision the Chargers organization has ever made is making these colors their color scheme for
Yes.
their rebranding their jerseys legitimately. Now, part of that might be because they've never really made a decision that affected winning or like any sort of real success on the field. But this jersey is so good. Similar to the Panthers, right? Where I'm a sucker for the powder blue, the light blue with the blue socks. It works perfectly. The white pants are really clean.
Mm-hmm.
The little bolt down the side of the pants, like it's so simple, but the little bit of yellow and then the blue accent like looks really nice. And then I love the white helmet. The yellow face mask is really good. I know in the past the jersey's been slightly different. There's been little things that were different, but overall, like this is the jersey. This is what you're getting, and it's so good.
Oh.
The one thing that I wish they would do, not this jersey, but they have the yellow pants that they wear with this and the away. I don't love the white jersey with the yellow pants.
Uh-huh.
I wish they had the blue pants. I really do. I think the white with blue pants would be so good. And I think if you did that instead of the white with yellow, their jerseys would be across the board, like no straight hits all the way. Like nothing would be missed. Nothing would be a little less or a little worse off, because I like their white on white jerseys they have right now. We talked about they have some special alternates. They have a full navy one too.
The navy one is pretty good.
It's cool.
I will say
they don't wear it a lot, but the helmet's a little different. The face mask a little different. But man, I'm a sucker for the Chargers jerseys. I have a Madden career. I'm a Chargers quarterback. The only reason I'm a Chargers quarterback is because I wanted to play in those jerseys. Like they're incredible.
So the concern, I think, when these were made the full-time home jerseys, my concern was, are we going to get tired of them? Because before that, it was they wore the navy jerseys, and then they would throw in the powder blue, and when they were throwing in the powder blue, it was something else.
Yeah,
and they've made them the full-time home jerseys, and they are still the best jerseys in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
by a good margin. This was the one I was telling you before we started recording. I was not sure to go with white or yellow, because I think either way it looks so good. So good. It was, if we were getting really, really picky about it, I would probably have the blue with white as my number one and the blue with yellow as my number two.
Honestly, yes.
Because it was the blue jersey 100%. That was the first thing I wrote down. I literally have it on here. I have number one, and then I just wrote in a bunch of others underneath and figured out that stuff later. Right. Because it's just not even close.
Not close at all. This has been the best jersey in the NFL
since they
brought it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had this weird thing. I think it was 2019 where they made the powder blue their home, but they didn't fully rebrand, and so their away jersey was kind of weird because it was like white on white, but still had the navy.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's like when the Rams wore like the throwback full time, but then had the regular gold away.
Yes, so it was weird, but they then went with the full rebrand. They went into this beautiful stadium out there in California, SoFi. You can't go wrong. There's just you turn on a Chargers game, you see them in those jerseys, and I just want them to win every time. I want them to do well. It's beautiful.
They're so nice. I was trying to kind of walk on eggshells a little bit earlier when I was bringing up the royal blue, because I didn't want to allude too much to this, because I figured we had it, but we both had it number one. Yeah, this was it was just such a clear 1-1, I think. And
oh yeah.
Now that we've revealed, I mean, they've got the powder blue. I love the royal blue. I think this is partially why the powder blue is so nice, crisp, super nice.
Right.
clean. I don't something about that light blue is just so beautiful
Mhm.
looking. And then to be able to spin that off and have the royal blue once or twice a year, and then to have that navy jersey that's just so weird, it's kind of funky. The lightning bolt is a silhouette instead of a full lightning bolt. Having that as an option, they all work off of each other so nicely, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, their uniform set is just far and away the best in the league, I think.
It's not even close for me. Like, it's just, that's an easy number one.
Yeah.
There have been
100%.
some rebrands in the NFL that have been questionable, to say the least. Falcons, as an example, we
Mhm.
talked about. And the Chargers did it right.
The
They
Chargers
did it
nailed
right.
it. And that was, I remember, because I follow uniform accounts on Instagram and Twitter and
Yeah.
whatnot. When they announced that, you usually see either the comments are everyone hates it or it's split. This was one where everyone was like,
This is
they
phenomenal.
killed this. All
So
of these
good.
there was debates about, oh, this is the best jersey, this is the best jersey, but there was no one saying, oh, this is a miss big time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone loved at least some of the jerseys. So big props to the Chargers. I don't even know who design team, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know
I don't
who,
know
but
who makes these, but
whoever it was,
props
they're
to
not
them,
getting paid
man.
enough. That's all I know.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Goodness. So
Did you
good.
have any honorable mentions that didn't quite get on there that were
But
close?
I had two that I was really thinking
All
about.
right.
One of them, ironically, I can see behind you on a poster. It's a Steelers away jersey.
Okay.
I love the Steelers. I love the white with the yellow, and then their black helmets are just
Mhm.
iconic. I really love those jerseys. And then I was thinking about putting on the Bengals whiteout jerseys that they wore a couple weeks
Really?
ago. Oh,
Really?
I love them.
See,
And
I don't love those. I don't love
Okay.
those.
They're so good. And I got to be honest, half of what made them so good was the compliment with the Dolphins jerseys in that game. To
All
me,
right.
them, like, seeing their jerseys like against each other was beautiful. Like,
Okay. See, I
man,
didn't love them for some reason. I was
no,
I was expecting to really like them, but the white helmet for some reason, it was just kind of like, I don't know. It fell flat for some reason for me.
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
All
It's
right.
another one of those that I don't want them to incorporate as a regular
Yeah.
uniform, but I really liked them.
All right.
Those are the two for me.
I had the Niners throwback on there. I
Mhm.
almost put it on my list. I have the Ravens when they go all black. I think it's another one where for some reason, I feel like they only wear those like in primetime games sort of thing.
Yeah,
And
like a
and
Sunday
when
night
they're
football.
and when they're at home in the all black on Sunday night, I think it's like the whole atmosphere kind of ties it together. But by itself, like, it's all right. I think it's more of the atmosphere for that one.
And I hate the Ravens, so I'm not putting a Ravens jersey on my list. That's for sure.
I got the Bengals orange tops, black pants. I don't know why that specific combo, but I'm scrolling through Bengals jerseys, and
I like
for some
that.
reason that stood out to me.
Sure.
And then I got the Vikings color rush jerseys.
Ooh.
It's a pretty normal jersey, I think, but they get rid of all the white. It's just the purple and yellow. And
Yeah.
I think I think purple and yellow is such a good color combination. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like the Lakers, but they got some of the best jerseys because of that color combo.
Mhm,
When the LA
mhm.
Kings go with that combo, it's amazing. For some reason,
The
purple
LA
and yellow
Kings go
just
purple and yellow.
they used to be purple and yellow, so they'll add in a
Oh.
throwback once in a while,
Okay.
and it's like some of the best jerseys that they have. But
Yeah.
those were the few that I
Mm.
almost threw on there. They got thrown in with the mismatch of all the other ones contending for 2 through 5, but they didn't quite make it.
A lot of good jerseys out there. It's tough to
Yep.
limit it to 5. So I like it.
So the last 2 episodes, we've gotten two dead on matches.
At number 1.
Yeah, number 1, and then we also had the other ones. Crazy.
I like it.
All right.
Hey, it's
Solid
good stuff,
list.
man.
So I was expecting ours to be a little bit more different. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we both had the Dolphins, to be honest.
Yeah, me
I feel
too.
like the Dolphins is a very hit or miss because those colors could easily see people hating those colors.
Sure.
So I'm surprised that we both had them. I'm surprised we had them in the same exact spot.
I know.
That was crazy.
They work so well, man. You gotta
Yeah,
have them.
they're good. They're good on TV, I think, is the best.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when I was looking at pictures of them, they're all right, but it's on TV for some reason. Those jerseys just look
I
great.
get it. I get it.
All right. Well, that's episode 4. This is probably our shortest episode, I would say.
I think so. Felt
I
like
think-
it. But
yeah,
it was
I
good.
mean, it's tough. NFL jerseys, I feel like there's sometimes not too much to say because there's not a ton of room to work with stuff
Right.
as opposed to some of the other sports.
I
But
know we don't have to dive into stats and
exactly.
players winning like all these things you do with the top 5 QBs. Top 5 jerseys, just here's the jerseys. I like these few accents.
Easy enough.
That's it. So it's good.
All right. There you go. That's the episode. Done and dusted.
Love it. Love
All
it.
right. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Rank and Debate podcast. We really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, please consider hitting the like button. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcasting service, please consider following the podcast, subscribing, whatever it is you do on that podcast service, and tell a friend about our podcast. It'd be really cool if we could get some more people listening to this, more people sharing their opinions on these lists. So if you have a friend that you think would like our podcast, feel free to send it over their way or just mention it to them. That would be really awesome. Hope you have a great day.
Nothing shall come of nothing.